Middle. The middle one.
That one, okay.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Mulligan's Island. It is Tuesday night, and we're going to have a good time tonight. Coming to you from my backyard bar in Guaymas, Sonora, Mexico, just around the corner from where a lot of my friends are hanging out in beautiful San Carlos. And we're going to get you down here. It's a beautiful day, and we're about to have fun. I've got a special guest joining me, returning to the show. I believe this is his third, maybe fourth appearance with us. Sam Rainwater is going to pop in on the action tonight. And then my son Luis is going to get up here with his friend Hanya. And he's going to play guitar and she's going to sing. And they're going to give us a song too. And that'll be at about halfway through the show. So lots of fun stuff. I'm just the sideshow tonight. I'm just kind of the MC. So grab your drinks. Everyone get logged on, and always helps me when you let your friends know about this. If you can share this show on your page, we really appreciate it. Even if you can just let your friends know, hey, hop on over to Mulligan's Island. We're watching this fun show tonight instead of something boring. So while you're doing that, we're going to kick into gear here with the theme song from Mulligan's Island, written and performed by our friend who's watching the show tonight, Rudy B. Take it away, Rudy.
Let's make our way down to Mexico, where we can meet the friends we know. White sand, warm sun, and H2O. It's time for us to get back to laid back. Try a different beer from our favorite six-pack. This crazy world says, come on, let's go. It's time for the music man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. Even bad days are good here on the island, giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. It's our kind of people and our kind of place. Down in the tropics, it's a Mexican hideaway. Life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We'd all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island. It's the right place and the right time to be south of the border again. This is the day we get to listen in. We don't sing no blues anymore. We kick off our shoes at our front door, full of wide-eyed wonder as the waves roll in. It's time for the music man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. Even bad days are good here on the island, giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. It's our kind of people and our kind of place. Down in the tropics, a Mexican hideaway. Life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island. I'll be smiling here on Mulligan's Island.
Welcome, everybody, to Mulligan's Island. We have a fun studio audience here tonight, which is perfect because we have a fun show tonight. This is not going to be depressing. In fact, the songs are going to go with this shirt I'm wearing. We got Pablo and Anais running the audio and visual. And we got Luis running the comments tonight, as he always does. But we're going to work Luis extra hard tonight because while Sam and I are up here entertaining, about halfway through the show, we're going to drag Luis up here. He's going to play guitar. And his friend Hanya is going to get up, and she's going to sing a song for us. They've been practicing, and Sam and I are just their opening act tonight. So I'm excited to get Sam up here in just a couple of songs, but all my studio audience, how's it feel to be south of the border again? I got that green light at 21K, now I'm south of the border again. I'll be eating Dorado at the end of the day, south of the border again. South of the border again, and it feels so good, my friends. Tacos, burritos, muchachas, amigos, and sails out on the wind, south of the border again. A beautiful chica greets me with a beso, south of the border again. I traded my dollars for a pocket full of pesos, south of the border again. So crack a cerveza, slice up a lime, pour a little salt on the rim. I tossed my watch, now I'm taking my time, south of the border again. Let's head down there. South of the border again. And it feels so good, my friends. Tacos, burritos, muchachas, amigos, and sails out on the wind, south of the border again. And oh, I'll take the sea and the sun. Oh, heading south's more fun. Oh, I still can't explain it, how 1 foot across that line puts me in a mañana state of mind. Guitar in some waterfront bar where the waves come rolling in. Our voice in the crowd says, welcome back, Mark, south of the border again. South of the border again. And it feels so good, my friends. Tacos, burritos, muchachas, amigos, and sails out on the wind, south of the border again. It's been too long, now I'm singing this song, 'cause I'm south of the border. Where are we, guys? South of the border. South of the border again, and that is a good spot to be. Yeah! Thank you, everybody, for hopping on to my Facebook stream tonight and joining us. We always have a good time. Now, this is the last Tuesday night we're going to do because next Monday we're going to switch things over. We're going to go back to Mondays because I'll be starting my Tuesday season here in San Carlos, right around the bend from here. Anyway, it's a beautiful day here. I do hear, though, from sources up north that it's going to start getting ugly already for some folks up there, and that is not good. So we're going to make a beautiful day out of a miserable day if you're already getting some of that lousy weather yourself. Okay, it's pouring rain. I heard you say what a miserable afternoon. The roof is leaking all over the place. You're sick and tired of the weatherman's face. No doubt you've seen better days than this miserable afternoon. My God, take a look at this mess. Makes me want to say, what a beautiful, miserable afternoon. Ain't it awful? Awful perfect for a party of two. The kids are gone, it's just me and you. What a beautiful, miserable afternoon. Okay, power's out. Huddle up with a blanket and a bottle of wine. Pop the cord, baby, here's to you. I think you're thinking what I'm thinking too. Ain't nothing else that I would rather do on this miserable afternoon. What a beautiful, miserable afternoon. Perfect for a rainy day rendezvous. So let's improvise if that's what we gotta do, and make a beautiful, miserable afternoon. Just pop a battery in the radio and find a station playing something slow, and dance with me across the kitchen floor on this miserable afternoon. They say tomorrow that the skies will be blue, but I kinda hope it rains a week or two. So don't go telling me the storm is through. Don't want the sun to shine anytime soon and wreck this miserable afternoon. What a beautiful, miserable afternoon. Thank you very much. That's one I haven't played on the show before. It's off the Greetings from Mulligan's Island CD. Well, speaking of beautiful, I think we ought to head right around the bend to San Carlos and check out the view down at San Carlos Marina. It's a beautiful day in San Carlos. Here's a nice shot for you guys from San Carlos Marina. All right, everybody. Welcome to the stage, the one, the only Sammy Rainwater.
Hey, everybody, how you doing out there?
You brought quite the entourage with you, Sam.
Yeah.
Do these people follow you everywhere?
Yeah, they're my groupies, you know. Yeah, you know, a lot of them are over 50. And I sure wish some of them were roadies.
Yeah. That was a hint, guys. So much for hanging out after the show and having a drink. You're now loading up
okay.
Sam's gear.
Okay, right, yeah.
That ukulele's really heavy.
Yeah, it's easy on nights like this. Thank you, Mark, for doing this. It's wonderful.
You got it. It's
really
great
good to be here.
Great to have
you
you
back. The weather
back.
here is perfect. Everybody else where it's sucking right now, this is really good here.
Let's do it, Sammy.
Life sometimes like a runaway train, headed nowhere fast. Time flies by in the blink of an eye, so much in the past. When I can't take it anymore, I need to lay low. I go down to slow down, down to Mexico. I go down to slow down, down in Mexico. Head on down to a slower pace, a place that's more Largo. When I can't take it anymore, I need to lay low. I go down to slow down, down in Mexico. This guy I know worked way too hard not so long ago. Had to be the very best at everything, you know. Then one day that all changed, his heart almost let go. So now he goes down to slow down, down to Mexico. He goes down to slow down, down to Mexico. Heads on down to a slower pace, place more Largo. When things aren't going very very smooth. You need to let go. Just go down to slow down, down to Mexico. Here we go. Your days are all numbered, that number you don't know. It could be in 100 years or the very next breath you blow. So change your priorities, enjoy life as you go, and spend some time like I do down in Mexico. Down here on the water, the sun shines every day. Frigates soaring high above, dolphins in the bay. Laid back is the way down here, you need to take it slow. So go down to slow down, down to Mexico.
This is your part, help us out.
Let's all go down to slow down, down to Mexico. Head on down to a slower pace, places more Largo. When you can't take it anymore, you need to lay low. Just go down to slow down, down in Mexico. You know, but on the other hand, why don't we all just, let's all go down to party down, down in Mexico.
I like that.
Head on down to this faster place, a place where you can let go. When you are feeling way too low, you need to let go. Just go down to party down, down in Mexico. Just go down to slow down, go down to party down. Just skip town and go down, down to Mexico.
Sounds like a game plan to me. Sam Rainwater, everybody. Sammy, why don't you play us a song here?
I'll do another little south of the border song here real quick. Get this cooked up. Headed down the road, another trip to where I love to go. Even though I've been there 100 times or more, there's this ritual that happens every time I go. Another first night in Mexico again. We start drinking early and the night might never end. Another wasted night, another wasted day, just wasting away a perfect day. Another first night in Mexico again. Down here you've got to be tough. It's a target-rich drinking environment, and one is never enough. When friends come by, it's hard to not just get happy, no, drinking a lot, and have another first night in Mexico again. You know, life at this beach is a party. There's something brewing every day. Just remember when you party hardy, that a day getting wasted is not a wasted day. Lots of reasons to come this way. Some come for sun, some come for fun, some come to sing and play. I come down for all those things and more. There's really a lot. So I'll just have another beer and another shot and have another first night in Mexico again. Start drinking early and the night might never end. Another wasted night, another wasted day, wasting away a perfect day. Another first night in Mexico again. Just another first night in Mexico again. Start drinking early and the night might never end. Another wasted night, another wasted day, wasting away a perfect day. Another first night in Mexico again. Just another first night in Mexico again. There we go. Thank you. Okay.
Well, I never thought I would actually see the day when this place would get rebuilt. Welcome to the old Margarita Villa in Rocky Point, where I got my start in this town back in 1998, staying here throughout 99 of the year 2000. This place, of course, was originally Rocky Point's town jail. Then it turned into a house of ill repute, and then it became a restaurant bar, Margarita Villa. And when they reopen this place, it's not going to be called Margarita Villa. From what I understand, it's going to be called Mar Bandidos and have somewhat of an Old West feel to it. Here they are, getting worked on, the old jail cells, which later became $20 a night hotel rooms here at Margarita Villa. Now, they salvaged what they could of the old building, but this structure over here, this is all brand new. And in fact, if we walk through the door, you can see where in the old days, this would have been the corner right there that I stood up singing my songs and occasionally dodging billiard balls being thrown at my head. Let's just hope the bathrooms in the new place are a little nicer than the old ones at the old Margarita Villa. Well, anyway, just thought you guys might like to see what's happening with the old Margarita Villa. A lot of us spent a lot of time in this place. Good times. Yeah. Welcome back. So that's what's going on up in Rocky Point. I couldn't believe it when I see, number one, the old Margaritaville being demolished, but seeing it being rebuilt, boy, that was even more shocking to me. So I'm curious when I go back up there this weekend. I'm going back up to Rocky Point, and I'm singing at Margarita Mermaids on Thursday and Friday. I'm going up with Elsa, as a matter of fact, but I'm going to take a spin by Margaritaville and see what kind of progress they've made since shooting that last little video for you just about 10 days ago or so. Hope to see you in Rocky Point at Margarita Mermaids. Those are both 6 p.m. shows down at Old Port. Going to be a lot of fun. This one's going out for Norma. Norma, sure appreciate you joining us tonight. And I'm sure in the Midwest you can relate to this one right here. Written by my buddy Hugo Duarte, A Little Bit of Rain. When I was 17 years old, we moved to Tascosa. My daddy was determined to make some dreams come true. I swore I'd never let him down as long as I was breathing. Working dawn till dark, side by side, doing all that we could do just to stay alive, just to stay together. We were praying if we worked real hard, we'd see our lives get better. Daddy kept on saying, son, our luck is bound to change. With the good Lord's help, some daylight and just a little bit of rain. It never rained a single drop and our dreams were bound to fail. It's hard to watch a whole year's crop turn to dust in one dry spell. There was nothing anyone could do and nothing we could say. We just loaded what was left of our lives on a truck and drove away. Trying to stay alive, trying to stay together. We were praying if we worked real hard, we'd see our lives get better. Daddy kept on saying, son, our luck is bound to change. With the good Lord's help, someday light and just a little bit of rain. We were down but not defeated all those years ago, and our failures taught me how to reap those seeds my daddy sowed. I woke up this morning and jumped up in my truck. I drove out to the farthest field and I turned my collar up. I walked out in that winter wheat and touched it with my hands, and thanked the Lord for blessing me with those years with my old man, and for keeping us alive, keeping us together, for listening to those desperate prayers, making our lives better. Daddy always told me, son, our luck is bound to change. With the good Lord's help, some daylight and just a little bit of rain. A little bit of rain. A little bit of rain. Thank you, Norma, for the request. I want to thank you, Hugo Duarte, for the awesome song. Let's get Sam Rainwater back on stage. Welcome back, Sammy Rainwater. And the crowd goes crazy.
That's more like it.
Yeah, more of our studio audience just showed up. Hi, Buck. We were just talking about you and your homemade Baileys over here. That's the guy that makes the stuff, and it's really, really good. But all right, Sam, it's nice to have you on the show. There's a song that I just kind of feel like is needed today. Okay. It's called Even the Bad Days Are Good. And our friend, I believe it was Cheryl Howell, Bill and Cheryl asked for this, right, Luis? Yes. Cheryl and Bill are on their way down from Canada right now. I've been following their journey back. They're about 3 days into it. Good. And I'm sure we will see them at the Welcome Back party over at La Palapa Griega next week. I can't believe next week is the big official Welcome Back San Carlos. So Bill and Cheryl get ready to dance. And this next song goes out for you. My first moment as a member of the human race. They spanked my butt and told me welcome to this place. I kicked and screamed, but what could I do when the doc said we're gonna circumcise you? Hey, looking back, I could have had a better day. I turned 5 and they sent me off to school, where I memorized prayers and I thought I was pretty cool. I was cool, Sam. Till one day in the middle of the Our Father, I couldn't hold back a trickle of water. Uh-oh, please God, get me out of here, amen. Now you could say I've hit some bumps along the road, but why complain, cause that's just the way it goes. Now even my bad days are good. I wouldn't change a thing even if I could. Sure, every now and then life drags me down, but here I am still hanging round. Now there was that nun back in first grade who said, wipe that silly grin off your face. Hey, tell me why I should, if even my bad days are good. Went off to college and I got that business degree. I know, shocking, isn't it? 'Cause I heard that the corporate world was the place to be.
Sometimes.
But I soon found out that I didn't fit in, and I swore I'd never wear that tie again. So much for my future as a CEO. So I bought a guitar and I figured out how to play. Walked into a bar and I wound up on a stage, singing James Taylor, Croce, and Buffett, and all the drunks threw dollars in the bucket. And the boss said, we'll see you next Saturday night. Now thank God that tie fit a little too tight, or I might not be sitting here singing with Sammy tonight. Now even my bad days are good. I wouldn't change a thing even if I could. Sure, every now and then life drags me down, but here I am still hanging round. Now there was that nun back in first grade who said, wipe that silly grin off your face. Hey, tell me why I should, if even my bad days are good. I'll be that old guy on the stage who still got that silly grin on his face, like everybody should. 'Cause even our bad days are good. Ain't that right, Sammy?
Yes, it is.
Even our bad days are good. Sing it
the
with
bad
me.
ones.
Even our bad days are good. Everybody help us. Even our bad days are one more time. Even our bad days. My first moment as a member of the human race. They spanked my butt and told me, welcome to this place. Yeah, Bill and Cheryl, we are looking forward to seeing you down here. We have another request coming right up, but I say we turn it over to Sammy. Sammy, what are you going to play for us?
That's great. That's just an inspiring song, Mark. It really is.
Thank
Elizabeth slaps me all the time.
you. Yeah, I've been slapped around myself a bit.
Yeah.
I just sing these lyrics. I don't necessarily live them, folks. Oh, yeah. Love this song, Sam.
Thank you, Mark.
I think I know where he's going with this. You want some scenery pictures on this one? Some San Carlos
You
pics?
want to? Yeah, we can do that.
How about scenery?
It's one of the first songs I wrote for Elizabeth. Dream about sunny skies, life in a cool, moist breeze. I dream about taking you there. I'm gonna follow my dream, follow it down to the sea. I'm gonna follow my dream, follow it down to the sea. With you by my side, a dream that's the way it should be. With you by my side, I'm gonna follow my dream, follow it down to the sea. I'm gonna follow my dream, follow it down to the sea. Time passes oh so slow when you're away. I dream you'll stay with me. I'm gonna follow my dream, follow it down to the sea. I'm gonna follow my dream, follow it down to the sea. About Mr. Mark Mulligan on that. The sunsets and golden sand, you here with me, and when you hold my hand, I'm happy there, happy you're down here with me. Happy we're here, happy we're down by the sea. I'm gonna follow my dream, follow it down to the sea. I'm gonna follow my dream, follow it down to the sea. I'm gonna follow my dream and follow it down to the sea. I'm gonna follow you, follow you down to the sea.
Beautiful song, Sammy. Nice. Yeah. So, Elizabeth, what do you think when he writes you these romantic songs? Can you just not keep your hands off the guy, or the studio audience is having to restrain her at this very moment?
Yeah, Mark, what she says is, she says, Patty Boyd's got nothing on me.
Oh. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do another one here. I know we got some requests coming in. I'll tell you what. How about if we'll just do maybe two more songs. I think we get Louise up nice and early in the show because Louise is going to get up with Hanya. Her name is Hanya Gastelum. You don't have to say that, everybody. You just have, but I think you're going to really enjoy them. So let's just do a couple more songs here in that. Louise, do we have any other ones coming in? Yes, we do. Chris and Caroline, I have yours coming up. I'm waiting for the lights to get a little dimmer out here, so
we don't want you to see us so good.
One. Let's see. Oh yeah, got some good ones here. Sandy is watching us. I think we ought to do this. So Sammy, tell you what. Let me do one song. Then I'm going to call you up, and we're going to do a song for somebody that you went down south and visited. Pam and George have a request of a song that you can do with me. Same beer. You can do that one with me. Oh yeah. So, Sandy Twos, I want to thank you and Ron for all your support of the show, especially right now because your house got destroyed in Hurricane Ian. It did. I've been seeing pictures online and all the work. Your car got trashed. Everything you guys own it really got just hammered. And here you are back on the show watching it. And everyone give Sandy and Ron a big round of applause because they've gone through hell. They have. They've gone through some very challenging moments, and I know they're trying their best to hang in there, and I hope this show helps. I hope my music, and I hope Sam with his ukulele and his songs, I hope are bringing a smile to your face tonight. But I know this is a song you have a new appreciation for. Tienes la de huracanes. I want to see if Anais can work her magic on this one right here. We've been showing you these beautiful scenery pictures, like I think on that last song, Anais threw some in. Well, the pictures we're going to show you in this next song might not be quite as beautiful, but they're definitely very real because this song talks about what happens when those hurricanes blow. He came here for cold beer, beaches, and blue skies. Then came the hurricane, and bye-bye paradise. His roof somewhere in Florida, his fridge floated out to sea. His pickup truck is stuck in muck, his boat's up in a tree. Old John was last seen out on the dock, screaming out to the weather gods, "Is that all you got?" From the Florida Keys, down in Belize, the Bahamas to Mexico, we all want to be where the hurricanes blow, except when the hurricanes blow. PJ bought a boat and named that baby conked out. God knows that's how they felt before they ever left the dock. When Francis and then Jean blew the wind right out of their sails, torn and tattered, dazed and battered, thinking, man, let's bail. But last time I heard from Captain Tom, he was anchored somewhere beautiful, pouring PJ a shot of rum. No doubt they got conked out, but they kept that dream afloat. They just want to be where the hurricanes blow, except when the hurricanes blow. Newsflash, the highway's packed. They've gotten out while they can. Now it's too late to evacuate, and it's about to hit the fan. So I'm stocked up on Captain Morgan, breaking out my snorkel and fins. House shaking, glass breaking, here we go again. I'm writing my will for the umpteenth time, and making one last toast from the coast. So lift those glasses high, lift them up, everybody. Here's to John, PJ, and Tom, and all of you crazy folks who just gotta be where the hurricanes blow. We all come because we love the sun, but there's one thing you gotta know. We all wanna be where the hurricanes blow, except when the hurricanes blow. Except when the hurricanes blow. Except when the hurricanes blow. Whoa, whoa. Except when the hurricanes blow. Unfortunately, that was a very true story. Stephen Brenda Van Horn, I know you guys are watching this show too, and you are new residents of Florida, and boy, did you get a rude welcome. After moving there from Idaho, you were so excited. But I did see that today on Facebook you were out visiting our friend Sonny Jim, so I'm sure that lifted your spirits out there. Everyone give Sonny Jim a round of applause too, because he's a cool dude. Sammy, what do you think? Should we do this song from Pam and George? And then, después de esta canción, si puedes poner el otro video de...
Hi, Pam. Hi, George.
Pam, so tell us about your experience heading down south and seeing Pam and George down there.
Well, we went down on January and February to Puerto Escondido and spent a couple of months down there. We had a really, really good time. It's a beautiful place. Very inexpensive to go to. If you like the Pacific Ocean and the waves, it's absolutely wonderful. And other than that, we just had a really good time. And they have a nice place, and we stayed downstairs from them. And it went just fine. It was wonderful. And thank you very much, Pam and George, for having me and Elizabeth down there.
Well, Pam and George, thanks for the request. And I certainly hope, as beautiful as it is down there, that you'll get back up here one day and visit us here in San Carlos, because it's been a long time since I've seen you guys. But I sure appreciate you joining us on the show tonight. So, we're in E. Of course, I keep all this up, too, if it's easier for you to follow me.
Oh, you're doing it. Okay.
A D form, but I'm playing it in E.
Yeah, okay, I'm with you.
Okay. You got it. All right. Tom Shepard, of course, wrote this song with me. We recorded this one as a duet. And I'll have you guys know, by the way, I just tossed Tom another song idea. Haven't heard back from him, but I'm hoping that Tom and I can do another co-write of another song here very soon. One that I'm working on with Kelly McGuire. So we're going to see what we can make happen. All right. But I really like how this one turned out, and I'm glad we get so many requests for it. And, Luis, this one is for Pam and George, watching us down south. The old man drank a beer every now and then. One day we cracked a couple, just me and him. At 80 years old, all the stories he could tell ya about his far-flung friends from France to Venezuela. He said I swig Fosters with Aussies and Guinness in an Irish pub, a Shiner Bock and Looking Bock, and buddy, sure enough, it's all the same beer, different can, just different labels. different brand. But the more you sip, the more you understand. It's all the same beer, different can. Our pal Tom Shepard played a tour overseas, singing for all our folks stationed in the Middle East, at the ambassador's home right there in Riyadh. He sang a special song he'd written about his dad. And when the show was over, he was loading up his van. This guy walked up to Tom and stuck out his hand. He said, that song about your father really meant a lot to me, 'cause I just lost mine and you described him perfectly. Now that man had on a white robe, he wore sandals on his feet, he had a guitar on his head, and man, it ain't that hard to see we're all the same beer, different can. Just different labels, different brands. But the more you sip, the more you understand. We're all the same beer, different can. Now the old man said, I believe God's gonna get a good laugh when we learn all of us Buds and Millers and Land Sharks and Coors and Tecate Lights and Coronas and, yeah, guys, even Pabst
And Victoria
are all the same beer, different can. Just different labels, different brands. But the more you sip, the more you understand. We're all the same beer, different can. The more you sip, the more you understand. We're all the same beer, different can. Pam and George for the request. I'll tell you what, we are going to bring my son up here and with Hanya Gastelum, and they are going to play a song for you. So while we're getting set up here, I'm going to take you up the coast to Rocky Point. I mentioned to you that I'm playing there on Thursday and Friday at Margarita Mermaids. Sam, you've played at Margarita Mermaids before.
Yes, I have. It's a wonderful place.
Awesome spot. 6 p.m. shows. Elsa's going with me. She's going to be my merch girl at those. Hope if you've never met Elsa and you're up there in the Rocky Point area, you'll come by and say hi to her and put up with my show in the process. 6 p.m. Margarita Mermaids, Thursday and Friday. In fact, let's climb up on the roof at Margarita Mermaids for this next video. I am rooftop at Margarita Mermaids. Just a few minutes from doing a show. Thought I'd come up here and check out the view before I get started. Get a little inspiration. This, by the way, off to the side, that's Viña del Mar Hotel. One of the original hotels here in Rocky Point. And it's not a fancy place to stay, but it's pretty neat. Located here on the boardwalk. And this is actually where Mike Nash hosted his first several SOB Fest. And I sang right there in that corner, which you just can't beat the backdrop. Rooftop Margarita Mermaids. About to start the show. Better head downstairs. Well, look who's up here with me. This good-looking kid right here. This is Luis Antonio Mulligan. And this is Hanya Gastelum right over here. And they are friends, and they've been practicing a song. Now, Luis, you've only been playing guitar for a few weeks here. But you guys have seen Luis on an ukulele before. but Sam filed a complaint with the union. And and so Luis is no longer playing an ukulele, and so now he's playing guitar. He's been doing it for a few weeks, and I've heard them practicing, and I just love what they do with this song that they've been working on. It's called Nana Triste. Now, it doesn't quite sound the title as good in English, because in English it's called Sad Grandmother. It doesn't really work. Some things you just shouldn't translate. But just say it in Spanish, everybody out there. Nana Triste. Come on, say it. Nana Triste. That's the name of the song, and give them a nice welcome, everybody.
Oh, I'm good.
I've only been playing for
I'm
3 weeks.
just happy to be here. Thank you. Yeah, I'm good. Sé que hay cosas que me digo que no tienen que pasar. Se despiertan del olvido, vuelven para hacerme llorar. Yo me quedaría contigo unas 2, 3 noches más si no hubieras roto el hilo. Ojalá volver atrás. No te culpo de mi pena, no te culpo de mi mal. Te construiría un castillo con tus lágrimas de sal. Te cuidaba como un niño que no sabe caminar. Déjame que te proteja de lo que pueda pasar. Dame paz y dame guerra, dame aliento, cuídame. Clavelitos en tu pelo, los tatuajes de tu piel. Hoy supura y supura lo que ayer sabía miel. Yo maldigo a mi cordura, palomita, llévame. Dame paz y dame guerra, dame aliento, cuídame. Clavelitos en tu pelo, los tatuajes de tu piel. Hoy supura y supura lo que ayer sabía miel. Yo maldigo a mi cordura, palomita, llévame. A ti te maldigo y a tus lágrimas de sal. A ti te maldigo, no me vas a hacer llorar. A ti te maldigo, a ti te maldigo, a ti te maldigo y a tus lágrimas de sal. A ti te maldigo, no me vas a hacer llorar. A ti te maldigo, porque un niño que no es mío nunca lo debí cuidar, nunca lo debí cuidar, nunca lo debí cuidar, nunca lo debí cuidar. Thank you.
How about these guys, everyone? What do you think? Luis did a great job on the guitar for only a few weeks. And how about Hanya on those vocals? Is that just beautiful? Give them another round of applause, Hanya and Luis. Nice job, you guys. Sam, that's going to be a tough one to follow. Wow. Great job. So tell you what, give me 1 second, everybody, and then... hold on 1 sec. I'm going to do one, and then we'll get you up. Okay? Oh. Well, that's really cool. So, I've been listening to those two practice. And, like I told you before, Luis was playing ukulele for a while. And, guitar is a trickier thing. But with only a few weeks, I think he's made quite a bit of progress. And he loves music. And so great job. And Hanya, I love your voice. You do a great job on stage. Okay, good. All right. Well, Luis, I know we got some more requests over there, too. And so I'm going to do one song here. Who asked for... I think this next song is going to go out from Mary Lou. And I'm guessing this is Mary Lou Schwartz watching. Mary Lou Schwartz, if that's you watching from the West Valley in Phoenix, welcome to the show. It's nice to have you with us. And Mary Lou is somebody that I know from my days as a little kid because our families would go up to Keno Bay, only about 2 hours from here. And she's been watching the show now for a while. And Mary Lou, I appreciate all the support. This is a song off an album called Rising Sun, which is kind of my gospel-flavored album that I did. It's an all-for-charity album. And you guys know the story on this song, I think. This is a song that basically just says, if you could take the things that you dread doing in life, but you got to do them, and you could find some, way to find an I get to and all those I got tos, how your life would drastically change. So here we go. Going out for Mary Lou. I got to. Those 3 words I grumble just like you. Saying I got to. I sigh and dread those things I gotta do. I gotta get up every morning. I gotta fight rush hour traffic. Gotta do that 9 to 5 thing. I gotta pay my taxes. I don't want to. But I got to. Then it hits me just when I think I got it pretty bad. How many folks would gladly take those burdens off my back? That big list of I got tos that belongs to me and you has got a few things on it others wish they got to do. And a little voice says it's a choice. You can say I got to, or you can say I get to. I get to go to work and put in a good 8 hours. I get to cash a paycheck. I get to have a job instead of looking for work or getting laid off. Sounds kind of crazy, but it's true. You can say I got to, or you can say I get to. Now a dozen times you circled around that jam-packed parking lot, but half a mile away is where you found the closest empty spot. Here comes that old I got to about how far you gotta walk as the car door slams behind you and you stomp off down the block. Now there you go, but don't you know, you can say I got to, or you can say I get to. I get to stretch my legs and get some exercise, 'cause I guarantee there's someone else out there who'd give anything to ditch that wheelchair. She'd gladly walk twice as far as you. So you can say I got to, or you can say I get to. I know it's just one letter out of 3, but take that O and change it to E. Instead of saying I got to, try saying I get to. And a lot of things might not seem all that bad. That traffic jam ain't backed up quite so far. When you say I'm blessed, I get to own a car. And those property taxes I gotta pay, because I get to go home to a house each day. You'll see things from a different point of view when you quit saying I got to and start saying I get to. Instead of I got to, I get to. No more I got to. I'm gonna say I get to. I do. Hey, so do you. We get to. Thank you, Mary Lou, for the request. Let's get Sammy Rainwater back up here. Sam and I are going to do a song right now. It's going to go out for my buddy Jeff Price. Jeff, thank you for watching the show tonight. I last saw you up in Pine Top, and I think you sold your place in Pine Top, and you've been off living videos to Mark Mulligan songs, just traveling around everywhere, having a good time. Sam, give that mic a quick check. Okay. We'll see if we need to boost your volume or.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
I think you're good. Welcome back. Sam, you having fun tonight?
Yes, I am.
Good. It's great to have you here.
You changed my attitude.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Good. Did even the bad days are good help?
Yes, it did.
Good, because I was going
And Elizabeth didn't even slap me this time.
Awesome. We love it when that happens. That's very rare. But anyway, this next song, let's do this in E, or in F, I'm sorry. So we'll keep it up. Of course, our buddy Kelly McGuire wrote this next song, and for a while they were playing both of our versions on Radio Margaritaville, which was kind of weird. But this is definitely how you're going to feel when you come down here and you visit us in Mexico, and it's finally your last day and you got to head back, and, you know, you get up to that border, you just want to turn around and run. So let's do it, folks. You ready? From a week in paradise, I got used to holding you close every night. As we come down from the clouds and touch the ground, you're squeezing my hand so tight. But if paradise is behind us, where we learned less is really more, and all we needed was each other, then what are we coming back for? Let's turn around and run back to the sea and the sun. Don't need much to have fun, just some lotion and some rum. We could snorkel for free or make love on the beach, lay around in the sun. Smartest thing we've ever done. Let's turn around and run. This big old city so full of people buzzing around like flies, all dressed up in their everyday world, dressed up in their suits and ties, trying to achieve the next level. With a bonus they can buy that new car or a big house just to keep the family. They think those things are who they are. Let's turn around and run back to the sea and the sun. Don't need much to have fun, just some lotion and some rum. We could snorkel for free or just hang out on the beach, lay around in the sun. Smartest thing we've ever done. Let's turn around and run. You guys all know this part. La 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 la. Sam wrote this part. La 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 la. Well done, Sam. La 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 la. La 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 la. Now we were suffering from a delusion. We could leave all this behind. No choice but collect our baggage, get ready for that 9 to 5 grind. As we lugged our way to the exit, I could see the question in her eyes. So I answered with a smile. I grabbed her hand. Next plane back to paradise. Right on, girl. Let's turn around and run back to the sea and the sun. Don't need much to have fun. Just some lotion, some rum. We could snorkel for free or make love on the beach. Lay around in the sun, smartest thing we've ever done. Let's turn around and run. One more time, let's all run. Let's turn around and run back to that San Carlos sun. Don't need much to have fun. Just some lotion and some rum. We could snorkel for free or make love on the beach. Lay around in the sun, smartest thing we've ever done. Let's turn around and run. Lay around in the sun, smartest thing we've ever done. Let's turn around and run. Thank you, guys. Luisito, I think we have another request over there. But I'll tell you what, I want to have Sammy give us a song right here. Sammy, what would you like to play for us?
Leaving San Carlos Blues.
Ooh, that kind of goes with a theme that we have going here.
Yeah, let me just do this real quick. Give me some.
All right, tune that baby up. And while Sam is doing that, I want to thank all you guys for being on the show tonight. You know, all you guys tuning in, letting your friends know about it. All you guys who send in tips on that PayPal, that Venmo link. That's what's kept this show going. And my family and I sure do appreciate it. We're up to 105 episodes with tonight. And honestly, we never thought this thing would last more than a half a dozen shows. So thank you guys. Sammy, sing us those Leaving San Carlos Blues.
Kelly, thanks for the idea probably on this. I hadn't thought of that before. It probably was. Got a lot of good reasons to stay. Sunset on the ocean, dolphins in the bay. Walk the beach, new friends each day. I don't want to go, I really want to stay. I guess there's a reason I have to leave. It makes me sad, makes me grieve. I just wish that it weren't so. I got the Leaving San Carlos blues. I like it here down by the sea. It suits my personality. The more I stay, the more I know I can live life without any snow. If I had a choice, if I got to choose, I'd stay right here, throw away my shoes. If I'd leave the life I'd lose. I got the Leaving San Carlos blues. Come back, can't stay away. Catch that green light at 21K. Take the pesos out, put the dollars away. Next ticket down will be one way. If I had the guts, if I had a pair, I'd stay right here in this old beach chair. Spend my time in an old beach chair, yeah. Down at the beach, you can find me there. For now, I'll just have to compromise. Leave this weather, clear blue skies. Leave the sunsets, the starry nights. I got the Leaving San Carlos blues. When I come back, it'll be okay. Spend my time just a wasting away. When we're down here, you can hear us all say tequila, cerveza, and rum, ole! But I gotta get back, I gotta go, but I'll be back real soon, you know. Love this place, I can't let go. I got the Leaving San Carlos blues. I got the Leaving San Carlos. Hate to say adios. I got a really bad case of leaving San Carlos blues.
I think after hearing
I feel that way every time we leave, I'll tell you.
Boy, after hearing that song and turn around and run, guess what? I think I'm just going to stay here. Okay. How about you, Sam?
That's a great idea. I'll drink to that.
You've convinced me. I'm just going to just stick around here in San Carlos for a while.
Great idea.
All right, we're going to bring Sam back in just a moment. Certainly hope everyone's having fun. Nice job, Sammy. It's great having you with us. Tienes la de bodas. Tienes de bodas. Chris and Caroline Bell are out there, and they wanted to hear a song. It's a little butt squeezer. They're celebrating, I believe, their anniversary either today or in the last few days because I saw something on Facebook. 24 years. You guys are looking good. Hadn't planned on doing this song tonight, but let me see if I can. I usually play this one on the piano, but I was too lazy to set it up today. All right. Anais is going to work her magic. And Chris and Caroline, I believe it is your 24th anniversary, I want to say congratulations to you. What a great couple. Thank you for all the times you guys tune in here. Boy, and, to celebrate your anniversary and your relationship, I hope you get off the couch and you guys dance this one. Anyone in my studio audience is welcome to do that too. And so here we go. Maggie Murray, I know you're watching tonight too, and I know you like this song a lot too because you were there when I sang this very song, when I got engaged to Elsa on a very chaotic night at La Palapa Griega. Aren't I a romantic devil? Do it on a work night. You walk in the room, it's all that I can do to keep my eyes off you, to just look away from you. And as you take my hand, I wonder if you can see right through my soul, hear this heart beating out of control. For just a moment, let's imagine that the world ain't waiting outside that door. Kill the lights, close the curtain, let the night take us where we've never been before. 'Cause baby, I love you. I love you. Girl, I really do. Unquenchable desire, passion like fire, two hearts intertwined. Tonight's all yours and mine. I waited for so long to wind up where I belong, right here with you. You made my dream come true. Now I'm a singer, I'm a dreamer, I'm a lover when I'm laying here by your side. And every second, every minute, every hour, I want to make you glad you're mine. 'Cause baby, I love you. So here I am once again, just a man who never really had a clue. How in the world did I wind up with the girl that I'm singing this song to? You walk in the room, and it's all that I can do to keep my eyes off you, to just look away from you. Can't keep my eyes off you, and I can't look away from you. I can't look away from you. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. And Caroline and Chris, thank you very much. And I'm wishing you another 24 years or more of wedded bliss. I say we get Sammy Rainwater back up here because we have a request for a song. Luis, who requested the song Mexico? Dave Seaholm. Dave, it's great to have you and Leanne back with us. Dave, of course, many of you guys remember when he won the grand prize from Seaside Realty of that condo out at Pelican Beach. That was a couple of years ago. And since then, he's been back to San Carlos. He and Leanne have been back to San Carlos a couple of times, and we sure have fun when he comes. Dave and Leanne, I'm hoping you guys make it back down here again in the springtime, and we can spend some more time together. I know this is always one of your favorite songs, and I sure appreciate that, Dave. And so this will be a G. So welcome back to the stage, Sammy Rainwater. And I think Sam would agree with me. He's been hanging out here in Mexico for a long time, that this is not a bad place to hang out, is it, Sammy?
Ain't all that bad.
Se puede considerar, ¿está bien? Es del disco Besta. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can hear the sound of the music coming across that borderline tonight. And I can feel the touch of a young girl gently take my hand underneath the moonlight. Soft refrains on a Spanish guitar carry me away. Our voices calling as I close my eyes. Think I hear her say, Mexico. You've been there on my mind for a long, long time, and I know that I just can't stay away, Mexico. Like warm white sand in the palm of my hand, gotta go, Mexico. It's been a while, but does she remember? Is she still waiting there for me? Does she ever think about those hot summer nights down by the sea? Distant highways, dusty old roads, you got me crossing the line. Lead me down to where nobody knows. Take me back in time, Mexico. You're the one that I love and I can't get enough, Mexico. But you're another world away, Mexico. Those clear blue skies and big brown eyes, gotta go, Mexico. I can feel that wind begin to blow. Every time I hear that sound, I know. Help me out, Sammy. Mexico. You've been there on my mind for a long, long time, and I know that I just can't stay away, Mexico. Like warm white sand in the palm of my hand, gotta go. And I'll be coming back to stay, Mexico. You're the one that I love and I can't get enough, Mexico. But you're another world away, Mexico. Those clear blue skies and big brown eyes, gotta go, Mexico. Going out for Dave and Leanne. C. Holmes, thank you so much for joining us. Sammy Rainwater, you got a song you'd like to sing us?
I'll find one here. I slipped out of tune. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I was playing with it. There.
Well, being in tune is not necessarily a requirement of playing a musical instrument in the Republic of Mexico. Sometimes if you're in tune in this country, that means you're out of tune, if that makes any sense.
Let's do Hurricane Sunset.
You got it. Love this song, Sammy.
Let's see.
Studio audience, we got great seats over this way if anybody wants to, and then I don't break my neck looking at you.
I feel very bad about everybody who's suffering from the storms that happened. And I wrote this song as kind of a positive thing about hurricanes. but we were 200 miles away when we were watching it. And we were sitting out at a place that used to be called the Soggy Peso. And it's not there anymore, so we've lost a landmark here in San Carlos. But go ahead. But the hurricane was off of the Pacific, across all the way across the Baja and across the hills, 6,000 feet, that go out to the west coast. And sunset right behind it. It was that time of year, and it was the most perfect, gorgeous sunset. That was up 100,000, 150,000 feet in the air because the air was so disturbed. Sailed back into port. There's a big storm brewing at sea. Find a safe harbor for shelter. I'm thinking of you and me. The most beautiful sunset I've ever seen. Storm clouds light up the sky. Tonight a hurricane sunset. Tomorrow tequila sunrise. Tonight a hurricane sunset, tomorrow tequila sunrise. The storm clouds light up the sunset, tequila clouds my mind. Tonight a hurricane sunset, tomorrow tequila sunrise. These storms won't last, they'll fade away, and the herd is left behind. I've weathered storms in my life. I've weathered storms on the sea. I can save my boat in the lee of this isle, but without you I'm not sure I can save me. So I'll reef in my sails, ride out these stormy tides. Tonight a hurricane sunset, tomorrow tequila sunrise. Tonight a hurricane sunset, tomorrow tequila sunrise. Storm clouds light up the sunset, tequila clouds my mind. Tonight a hurricane sunset, tomorrow tequila sunrise. These storms won't last, they'll fade away, and the herd is left behind. The storms in our lives, storms on the sea, both can flip you upside down, surround you with debris. But someday I know there will be sunny skies. So tonight a hurricane sunset, tomorrow tequila sunrise. The fiery sky from the storm, what a sight to see. It fills my eyes like wonder, like the wonder of you with me. But the storm could shatter my boat, like this feeling I have inside. So tonight a hurricane sunset, tomorrow tequila sunrise. Tonight a hurricane sunset, tomorrow tequila sunrise. The storm clouds light up the sunset, tequila clouds my mind. Tonight a hurricane sunset, tomorrow tequila sunrise. These storms won't last, they'll fade away, and the herd is left behind. Tonight a hurricane sunset.
Sammy.
Thank you.
That's one of my favorite Sammy Rainwater songs.
Thank you, Mark.
I love it. So tell us about your CDs real quick, and maybe where you recorded these. And
Well, thanks to Mark Mulligan. Mark told me back in 2006, he says, Sam, you really ought to go to Nashville. He says, you got enough material, you're good enough, and it's something you'll never forget. He also said I could afford it.
Well, I also said, will you take me with you and pay for me?
Yeah, right. So anyway, I went and Kenny Royster and his crew at Direct Image Studio, they did my first album, and everybody was shocked. I did 17 songs on that album, and it was because I never thought I'd do one again. When the simple truth is they ought to give you your first album for free. Because once you get hooked on doing that, you know, you're going back time and time again. It's like drugs.
Yeah, you thought fentanyl was bad. Try Nashville.
So anyway, back in the early days, we helped quite a bit. It turned out my partners had bought in on us doubling whatever money I got at any of my gigs for charity. So we were doing 2x what anybody ever bought in my merchandise and stuff like that, or put in the tip jars and all that. And that kept going through the second, third, fourth, and fifth album. About the fourth album, we were kind of done with business, so we stopped the doubling down.
Yeah.
But to date, it's around $105,000 total. Those are dollars. That's more like 2 million pesos, which sounds a lot better. But anyway,
cool.
It's all gone to charity, half of it here in the States and half of it down here in Mexico. And starting in 2007, we really helped on Hurricane Humana.
That's really cool.
That was something, and we've kept a lot of kids in school because of that money and helped build the building that they have in town and those sorts of things. Anyway, it's my pleasure. I'm not going to work as much as I did, like a lot of guys are doing right now. But I will play whenever it makes sense for something like this, and I hope everybody enjoys my songs. And thank you, Mark Mulligan, for letting me be up here with you.
Oh, Sam,
It's
I think it's the fourth time you've come. I always enjoy it, and so does our crowd out there. So where can they get the CDs real quick?
Well, I've got some with me, but I've also got anytime they can go to my website, samrainwater.com, and you'll find the links there on my music page. Or you'll find me on Facebook, and you'll find my music wherever digital music is sold.
Awesome. Good. And thank you for all the work that you and Elizabeth and so many other folks have done on the charities. That's really admirable. It's made a huge, huge difference. Give Sam Rainwater a big round of applause. Luis, I'll tell you what, I think we still got time for requests because I know we're nearing the end here. Okay, what time are we at, Sammy?
No, I don't.
So, hey, guess what? Next week, we've been keeping this kind of fresh with different artists every week here. And we've got a good one coming down next week. Guess who's going to be joining us? The one, the only Rudy B. He's going to be back in Mexico. And it's going to be really fun. Hey, I got a couple of requests here. So I'll tell you what. Let me do one of these here, Sammy, and then we're going to get you back up. Steve Van Horn, I like what you got, and that's a request we're going to close with. Sam's going to join me on that one. Buck is out there. Buck's in the studio audience tonight. Buck and Trina, nice to see you. We were just talking about Nashville. That's where you just moved down here from, or Tennessee. Weren't you in Nashville? Yeah. So you guys sold the Nashville place, and you're down here basically full time now. Buck and Trina, I know, are really, really enjoying it. They're kind of new to San Carlos the last year or so, and really nice addition to the town. I haven't done this song, Buck, in a long time, so my disclaimer is this might suck. And Buck, I have one request of you. I already threw a little rum in here. Would you throw a little Diet Coke in this? I'm going to throw a little more rum if my audience isn't morally opposed. Thank you. If you could throw, there's some Diet Coke in that ice chest. I make you work for your request, folks. Thank you, Buck. So I'll slow it down for this one right here. No tenemos uno de barcos. No creo que tú tienes uno. ¿Tienes uno? No, déjalo así. Con pura cámara está bien. So this one goes way back to one of my early albums. This is before I started recording in Nashville. Yo creo que es con pura cámara está bien. Yeah, pura cámara. So the album is no longer even in print. The album was originally called Going Coastal, but you can find this song now, which I only get about 2 or 3 requests a year for, so I appreciate this one. You can find this one on my Best of the Early Years album. That's a compilation of 4 of the early albums before I went to Nashville. fact, I haven't played the song in so long, I forgot the first line, which always makes it tricky to sing a song when you don't know the first line of the song. Oh, just found it. God, I owe you big time. Stars illuminate this big old world around me. And somehow, from 1,000 miles away, your memory found me. In a distant place where we once used to roam. It doesn't seem that long ago. Sails shining like diamonds in the moonlight. So brightly, like phosphorescent dreams, they slip into the night. The waves are rolling gently across the bay. I close my eyes and let the wind blow me away. Out to you and me, sailing uncharted courses, running free, just like wild horses, racing through the fields of clear blue water, riding like the wind across the sea. It was you and me. Songs are playing in my head just like a radio. Do you recall dancing to the wind over on that distant shore? We sat and watched the sun fall from the sky, and for a moment forgot about the world we left behind. It was you and me sailing uncharted courses, running free just like wild horses, racing through the fields of clear blue water, riding like the wind across the sea. It was you and me. But sometimes dreams get washed away like footprints in the sand. They were dreams that led you out there and then brought you back again. And I wonder where you are right now and what we might have been. 'Cause sometimes I swear I can hear a voice still drifting on the wind. It was you and me sailing uncharted courses, running free just like wild horses, racing through the fields of clear blue water, riding like the wind across the sea. It was you and me. But now that's history. Thank you very much, Buck. I appreciate the request. Hey, Buck, come here 1 second. Come here 1 second. I want you to grab that green bottle that's behind us, and I want you to explain a little bit about that. Here, come on over here on the microphone. Here it is. I'll hand it to you. There we go. You want to get on the mic over here? And this is my moonshining friend. A couple of my friends have gone blind drinking this. I'm just kidding. Tell us, get on that mic and tell us a little bit about this, Buck. Yeah, right over there. Here, why don't you get right in front?
The original recipe for Bailey's Irish cream was originally made with Jameson, and it was supposed to be full strength. But because it was made in 1974, and it is the original, and that's the only one ever, they were trying to make it something for the women's market. Apparently never met any women, but they made it down to 17%. This is taken from the original recipe from one of the guys that actually worked on the program with Jameson. So this is as close to the original as you can ever get. Because we're in Mexico, I made it with agave syrup instead of honey, and I made it with lechera instead of condensed milk.
Yeah.
So I call it crema irlandis for Irish cream.
Very cool. Well, Buck, thank you. And it's a nice addition to our bar. Thank you very much, because he brought this one time as a gift, and my studio audience is free to sample this. It's very, very good stuff. You guys watching at home, you're just going to have to come down here and be a part of our studio audience. That's it. You got to try this stuff out. Thank you, Buck. I appreciate it. And thank you for being my personal bartender. All right. So I'm going to do one more song, then I get Sammy back up here. Sammy, anybody have the time?
Yeah, 6:30.
Okay, cool.
5:40.
All right. Hey, Chris, I don't know where my son Luis went, but can you look on the request list there and see who requested this next song? Lupita? I want to see if I can call out whoever requested this. It's down toward the bottom of the list. This is the big time, folks.
Maria.
Oh, Maria McMillan watching us up in Canada. And Maria, I hope you're going to be coming back to San Carlos this season. Now her husband, the late Stu, was such a great guy. I think Stu was about 80, 81 years old. We would take them down to Alamos with us. And you guys who've been to Alamos know there's this hilltop with this beautiful scenic view. It's right near where we stay at Hacienda de los Santos. It's got something like 380 stairs to get to the top. Stu, I believe, was 80, 81 years old, and he would get up every morning and he would hit those stairs, all of them, and go up to the top. Give Stu a round of applause, because I've done those stairs, and it is not easy. So anyway, Maria, I'm so glad that you are still with us watching the show, and hoping you get down here to San Carlos. And when you do, we're going to take you to this place called Lupita's Taco Stand. Everyone says, I'm so lucky, I got the best wife in the world. But I can't lie, there's been this girl. Every time we get together, I lose all self-control. She satisfies my needs like no one else I know. We meet down on the south side in a drugstore parking lot. She always keeps it spicy, 'cause she knows I like it hot. She enables my addiction. It's sinful, I confess, how I give in to temptation, but I can't resist. Lupita's Taco Stand. Best food this side of the Rio Grande. When she asks you, ¿quieres otro? Just smile and say, sí. The best $6 a guy could ever spend is at Lupita's Taco Stand. Now if you're into real fine dining, or hanging out with snobs, or waiters in tuxedos, now this ain't your kind of spot. It's just plastic chairs and tables, foam cups and paper plates, but the food Lupita serves you will leave a big smile on your face. There's no list of healthy options, no low-fat or gluten-free. Good luck keeping count if you're counting calories. It's a flavorful fiesta of chicken, pork, or beef, with a heap inside of Spanish rice and a smack of refried beef. At Lupita's Taco Stand. It's heaven in a fresh tortilla made by hand. The salsa's hot and spicy. Help me out, guys. Your taste buds say ole. Guaranteed your waistline will expand. Down at Lupita's Lupita's Taco Stand. Here's the sad part of the song, everyone. Now my wife's home making meatloaf. I ought to be ashamed as I'm slapping on the salsa and the guacamole. They've all been to Lupita's Taco Stand. Now most folks wouldn't set foot here or ever hit this side of town. The buildings, they've seen better days. The neighborhood's run down. But if you feel a bit adventurous, you'll be glad you took the chance. Believe me, I guarantee you'll come back again to Lupita's Taco Stand. Just one bite and you're bound to comprehend. You'll be shouting hallelujah and viva Mexico. You're gonna stuff your face there every chance you can. Down at Lupita's Taco Stand. Help me out, guys. Down at Lupita's Taco. Where are we going tonight after the show? Down to Lupita's Taco Stand. Oh, that one made me hungry. Let me make sure that we got all the requests in there. Luis, I think that was our last request, except for Stephen Brenda Van Horns, which is coming right up. Here comes Luis. Luis, come up here to the mic for 1 second. Come here. I'm just curious. That was his guitar debut. So, Luis, how did you feel on there? Were you nervous? Tell us about it. Tell us about your first experience on guitar. How was it?
Well, in guitar, it was pretty nervous. I was pretty nervous.
Okay.
And in ukulele, I wasn't that nervous because I've played in events with my friends. One of them was for 500 students. So I was not nervous because of the people, but because guitars, I've only been playing for 22 days. So.
Well, good. So tell them what you're thinking about studying.
I'm thinking
Keyword study. Sorry, that was just a hint.
if I do study.
We'll get into that later.
I'm thinking about going to Morelia in Mexico and entering a conservatory.
How do you say it in English? Conservatorio de música. Conservatory. God, I'm losing my English.
Music conservatory. So, is...
Quick question. Is that expensive? I'd like to remind you all about the PayPal and Venmo button on the screen.
He just has to tip the teachers.
But yeah, could you make that link really big on ICE, please? Block out my face and put it over it? I'm kidding. Are you sure you want to go to college? I mean, there's some great jobs working for the county, scraping roadkill off the highway.
I think is going to be a big step, but I'm willing to take it.
Well, very cool. Luis loves music. I'll give him this. He's very passionate about music. Every single time I walk by his room when he's supposed to be cleaning his room, what's he doing? He's playing music. When I walk by his room, he's supposed to be studying for the science final. What's he doing? He's playing music. This is all a compliment, of course. So give it up for Luis, everybody. Good job today, Luis. And Hanya did a great job, too. I really like your vocals, and I hope that you'll come back on our show and sing again. Did everybody enjoy Hanya's music tonight? Que bonita tu voz, en serio. Felicidades. All right.
They also asked if we can congratulate Karen and Ron for their wedding.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to mention this. But our friends, Karen and Ron from Seaside Realty, just got married. How about that? Love is in the air today. What's the deal? Karen and Ron just got back, and they had a beautiful, intimate ceremony. And I know that Dave and Lindsay Dickinson, who are probably watching the show tonight, they were there for it. I believe the wedding was in Green Valley. And congratulations, Ron and Karen are a really, really wonderful couple. Of course, they've been so good to me and my family. And they're the ones, in case you don't know, they're the ones who host us at the Pelican Beach condos. And they run Seaside Realty. And, you know, a lot of you guys, when you've come down here and stayed, you've rented through them. And some of my friends, like Chris and Mary out there, I think you even bought. Sam and Elizabeth might have gone through them. And Seaside Realty, I'm not sure. But anyway, wonderful people. And let's give them a big round of applause and congratulations on their wedding. Yay. Good for you guys. All right. I say we call Sam Rainwater back up to the stage. And I'd mentioned to you before about this couple that went to Florida. And their trip kind of, with their new move to Florida, kind of started off bad. They got hit by this big hurricane. But they're having fun, and they just went today to see Sonny Jim. This could be an E, Sky Sam Watermelon. Yeah. And I bet you anything that Sonny Jim played this song. In fact, Sonny Jim sings this song with me on my newest album. The album is called Lupita's Taco Stand. You can get it at my website, markmulligan.net. And it's a really, really fun album. You've heard a few of the songs tonight. There's a lot of Mexico on this album. But this song's a little bit different because we bring in John Patty on the steel pans. And this is like the most Caribbean sounding song on the album. Sonny Jim, I love this tune. Steve and Brenda, this one goes out for you. And we're going to close out with this one right here. I want to thank each and every one of you for keeping this show going the way you do. My family and I truly, truly appreciate it. God bless you guys. Let's sing about that sky, that sand, that water, and that moon. You ready, Sammy? Yes. Sammy, have a good time tonight. The sand is cool beneath my feet. Gone is the summer's daytime heat. My footsteps crunch along this beach and drift into eternity. A million diamonds light the night, a million candles shining bright. In inky blackness how they shine, as they will do throughout all time. Sky, sand, water, moon, don't let this night be over soon. I feel connected and in tune. Sky, sand, water, moon. Get in the room. Across the ocean ripples flow, pushed by the tides and the winds that blow. Into these gentle waves they roll, their journey's secret whispered low. The soft caress and night's embrace shines on the beach tonight and somewhere on your face. I take great comfort in this truth, that same moon watches over you. Everybody! Sky, sand, water, moon, don't let this night be over soon. I feel connected and in tune. Sky, sand, water, moon. Little disco now. Every little bit, every atom of my being begins to stir and starts in the singing. Intoxicated, elated by this night's rich perfume. Every little bit gets me feeling, gets me thinking that each moment is ours, just for the taking, to treasure forever, shining like some gold in the bloom. You guys ready? Sky, sand, water, moon, don't let this night be over soon. I feel connected and in tune. Sky, sand, water, moon. Hey, Anais, you got any beautiful Sia Cortez moons you can show this crowd? These beautiful pictures are shots that you guys take. Great job. Every little bit, every atom of my being begins to stir, and it starts in the singing. Intoxicated, elated by this night's rich perfume. Every little bit gets me feeling, gets me thinking that each moment is ours, just for the taking, to treasure forever, shining like some gold in the blue. Sky, sand, water, moon, don't let this night be over soon. I feel connected and in tune. Sky, sand, water, moon. Everybody, one more time. Sky, sand, water, moon, don't let this night be over soon. I feel connected and in tune. Sky, sand, water, moon. I feel connected and in tune. Sky, sand, water, moon. Sammy Rainwater, great job tonight. Luis and Hanya, great job tonight. What a fun night on Mulligan's Island. We will see you next week when Rudy B joins me. Thank you, guys.
Let's make our way down to Mexico, where we can meet the friends we know. White sand, warm sun, and H2O. It's time for us to get back to laid back. Try a different beer from our favorite six-pack. This crazy world says, come on, let's go. It's time for the music man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. Even bad days are good here on the island, giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. It's our kind of people and our kind of place. Down in the tropics, it's a Mexican hideaway. The life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We'd all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island. It's the right place and the right time to be south of the border again. This is the day we get to listen in. We don't sing no blues anymore. We kick off our shoes at our front door, full of wide-eyed wonder as the waves roll in. It's time for the music man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. Even bad days are good here on the island, giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. It's our kind of people and our kind of place. Down in the tropics, a Mexican hideaway. Life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island. I'll be smiling here on Mulligan's Island.